unbeatable prices with no contracts and no installation fees. Fall in love with your internet again with Connexus. Visit CONXXUS.com. Fiber not available everywhere. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you wanting to learn more about your health and wellness options in Central Illinois? Visit stealthwellness.com or click on my banner ad at DeWittDailyNews.com. Let me, Dr. Bill Byers, show you some simple, under-the-radar ways to improve and take control of your health.
Netflix buffering, YouTube spinning, devices not connecting, Zoom calls dropping. Ugh, it's frustrating. Let's end your frustration by signing up for fiber internet in Clinton. Click the Connexus icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
News time is 8 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Monday. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded 8 o'clock newscast streaming to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Over the weekend on Regional Radio, we broke news that DeWitt County could become the new home to a major manufacturer. In the next 3 weeks, DeWitt County Board Chair Joe Whitty indicates QuickWall will be connecting with various taxing bodies in DeWitt County, seeking some abatement for a multi-million-dollar renovation to the former R.R. Donnelly building in Clinton.
Well, what they've started with, it was approaching the three largest dollar amounts from their tax bill. If you were to look at the R.R. Donnelly, that property, what the tax bill was, it was just short of $65,000 for 2023. Mm-hmm. The vast majority of it, I think over $30,000, was the school board or the school district. I think Clinton was number two, just under $20,000, and then the county's portion of that tax bill was about $5,500. Obviously that number can change. There's another, I think, 5 or 6, maybe 7 different taxing bodies. You got, the library, the EMS, community center, things like that make up the additional 15%. But the lion's share were those three, and so that's where they're starting. I think the intention is to approach all taxing bodies. But what we could do from the county standpoint is, we can abate or offset those taxes somehow through economic development incentives for our portion of that, which was about $5,500 in 2023. And what they were looking for was a 5-year abatement. Whatever that number does in the next 5 years, they were looking for some type of abatement, and that's what we covered last night.
DeWitt County Development Council leadership and executives from QuickWall at last week's DeWitt County Board meeting presented an exciting development about the company.
QuickWall Company, I think they're based out of Springfield. They've been growing. They manufacture what you'd call movable wall systems. So you think of a conference center at a hotel or something like that, and you need to divide a big room into multiple rooms. They manufacture the larger dividers, some of those accordion style walls. They've been doing that for some time. It's an old company with a storied history, but obviously that's become big in the last couple of decades. And in recent years, they had a news release out on their website about purchasing some intellectual property rights to some even larger systems. So they now have the capabilities to manufacture and produce these much larger systems than what they had before. The space that they had in Springfield, I don't think it was going to be able to allow them to do everything that they need to do.
According to Whitty, the company is growing and expanding, and the former R.R. Donnelly building on Clinton's east side is seen as the perfect fit.
Well, what they've started with, they've grown. They've got a facility in Wisconsin and then one in Mount Pulaski as well. And, you can imagine trying to coordinate, the manufacturing in 3 different facilities, the distribution. They distribute to 19 countries and throughout all U.S. So wow. It's a big company, growing, doing a lot of great things. They got a great new contract that is going to require, the ability to have more facilities. And so our Donnelly was the old building is something that they were really interested in. From what I understand, they have signed a contract, but they had 30 days, to make a decision as to whether or not they want to back out for any reason. So.
According to the R.R. Donnelly building needs a new roof and some other improvements to accommodate QuickWall.
We have a potential manufacturer interested in some property here in Clinton. they're looking to finalize a decision here in the near future as to whether they want to purchase this property and make Clinton their home. So we're doing what we can from the DCDC side to coordinate those discussions, and Kurt's really been taking the lead on that, and they approached the DeWitt County Board last night to look at some opportunity to maybe do some tax abatement or something of that sort to help offset some of the costs that they're going to have if they purchase this building that they're looking at. They've got a large investment that they're going to have to make in some upgrades. So just anything that we can do to help finalize that decision for them. That's kind of what Kurt has been working very hard at the last several weeks to try to get that lined up. They did approach the county board last night, or they were there. We had a letter with this official request, and we had the opportunity to discuss that with them. And
QuickWall has signed a contract to move into the former R.R. Donnelly building. However, Whitty indicates there is a 30-day opt-out for them for any reason. A rural Macon County school district develops a theme for each new school year. On the WHOW High School Road Tour Friday, Warrensburg-Latham High School principal Allison Nolan told Regional Radio this year she and her staff came up with the motto, take care of business and each other.
So every year I kind of come up with a theme. This year my leadership team actually helped me out. And so we did taking care of business and each other. So it's always about accountability. So we've done, keep going, keep growing. We've done own it. And so now taking care of business and each other. So taking care of business kind of means getting here on time, getting the work done, living up to expectations, but always also focusing on accountability, taking responsibility for our mistakes if we do mess up, and just kind of moving forward and growing from them, learning from them. And, our teachers are accountable, and we just kind of embody that. And then taking care of each other, just our school community and our building and, just everybody inside of it. That's always been something important to me, not only just for myself, just kind of thinking every summer, I kind of start at the end of the year, like, what did we need to do better? And so it's always about taking responsibility, because it's just a thing now, it's like, let's blame someone else. And we just don't want to do that. So it's like getting the kids here, getting them to do what they're supposed to be doing, but giving them something that you repeat all the time, just keeping it in their mind. And so every morning we do our announcements, and I have a communications team. And so every morning we start our day with just saying, like, good morning, we're happy you're here. So that's kind of like our taking care of each other part of it. And then the last thing they hear is, and don't forget to take care of business and each other. And so just reminding them every day, like, come on, live up to these high expectations that we set for you. But these are expectations. It's not just for high school. This is for life. And it's reminding the teachers too, hey, take care of business. It's reminding me, hey, take care of business. Like, let's do what we need to do to be here, to be right, to take care of each other.
Student Council member Savannah Allen is proud of the homecoming celebration this year. Co-president Parker Brombaugh says with more students involved in the group than ever, they've had to change their planning style.
I would say the biggest thing we did would probably be homecoming. We planned multiple assemblies, all the dress-up days, helped with our football game, a tailgate before, a bunch of homecoming-related activities. This year was a little different. We broke into multiple committees with one or two specific leaders. And so they were in charge. We had a t-shirt committee, an assembly committee, decorations, things like that.
Yes, we have a ton. 60, I think we have 60. So that's why we decided to do the different committees, because we had so many people. So we wanted to make sure that all the jobs were spread out evenly. It was way more organized than we had done in previous years. And we got stuff done a lot quicker because everything was so organized.
Brett Reedy is the athletic director of Warrensburg-Latham Schools and is highlighting the success of their high school program so far this year.
Football was a successful season, finished 8-3, made the playoffs, second round of playoffs, and was very pleased. A lot of progress. It was kind of one of those seasons we'd been waiting on. Boys soccer as well had a very good season, led by a lot of seniors, and we got some good young ones coming up. We got some coaches that have been here for a lot of years. We're kind of in a fortunate situation, especially like baseball, softball, volleyball, where they also do middle school and the high school, which I think helps with continuity, instill in their system things that they want to get taught at a younger level that transitions eventually to high school. We also got some that are in their first couple of years. So, we got some that are, they're all very passionate about what they do. They've been successful, and we're very fortunate to have the coaching staff we have. We want them to be good citizens, good students. And I think that's the focus of what we do. And I think eventually, you teach those principles of being high character students and people, and then that translates into the playing court or the field or whatever it may be. So
learn more about all things Warrensburg-Latham schools by finding them on social media. It's been a great collaboration between the Illinois Farm Bureau, the Illinois Specialty Growers Association, and the Illinois Farmers Market Association as the three get set for the Everything Local Conference this week at the Bank of Springfield Center.
There's two things I want to highlight, which is our Department of Agricultural General Session and Market Maker General Session. It's a combined panel. We are really excited to have you, Jim, host it, because part of it's going to talk about our local food directory, Department of Agriculture's integration to that, and the launch of the Illinois Grown Branding Program and relaunch of the Illinois products and what that branding program means for the state. That's at 10 o'clock on January 30th is our keynote special, and I think it's a really huge conversation about some new market programs and really how we're going to take the local food directory to the next step. The second one is we're actually going to have Department of Labor do a presentation in our business development track. And that is actually going to talk about paid time off. And there has been a lot of questions about how to navigate paid time off with seasonal workers. So they're actually coming to answer questions.
You can register at specialtygrowers.org. Could immigration policy and mass deportations have an impact on commodity markets?
Well, it does in terms of prices and the cost. Labor is obviously a huge issue. It might not be as close to a home here for grain and livestock farmers in Illinois as it is in other states. But
Joe Camp is with Comstock Investments. We streamed to Facebook and YouTube this morning, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Network News comes your way next.
Central Illinois News, Agriculture, and Sports Station WHOW on all of its platforms, AM, FM, and streamed online, are bringing all of the great things happening at our local high schools to the radio in January. We're hitting the road for the WHOW High School Road Tour. Join us when we broadcast live from Clinton High School from 9 until 10 in the morning on Wednesday, January 29th. We'll be interviewing the Clinton High School principal, athletic director, student council president, and one of the club student presidents. Join us for the WHOW High School Road Tour stop at Clinton High School on Wednesday, January 29th from 9 till 10 a.m. to find out all of the happenings going on at Clinton High School. Warner Hospital and Health Services in Clinton, compassionate care close to home. Join us for the WHOW High School Road Tour.
This is Seth Lawrence, News and Program Director for WHOW and WEZC. We take pride in being Clinton and Central Illinois' local radio stations each and every day, 7 days a week. What does local news mean? Here's a sample.
It was time for a change. It's time to hand that over to someone else. I'll be coming over here across the street and working with the city and take Taylor's place.
Even outdoor pets, there ought to be a place for them to come inside. So making sure that they get out of those frigid elements and inside to appropriate shelter.
And ours was selected, and we're very excited. The program is called Bringing the Universe Home.
And we're shooting for the bank to be open mid-May.
You hear the local people that make the news every day, 7 days a week on the big 1520 AM, 92.3 FM, and 106.5 FM WHOW, and on your easy choice for soft hits, 95.9 FM WEZC.
496.
With SRN Sports, I'm George Williams. Super Bowl 59 will be a rematch of Super Bowl 57. The Eagles meeting the two-time defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs had the Eagles scalp in the first of those two Super Bowls that they had just won. Eagles won their berth yesterday with a convincing 55-23 pounding of division rival Washington. They converted 3 Commander fumbles into touchdowns. Shaquan Barkley ran for 3 TDs. Quarterback Jalen Hurts added 3 more. Eagles racked up the conference record for most points in a championship game. That's since the 1970 NFL-AFL merger. Meanwhile, the Chiefs, coached by former Eagles coach Andy Reid, defeated the Bills in a close game. Star quarterback Patrick Mahomes, again the difference, 245 yards passing, a touchdown, ran for 2 more. And the Chiefs' defense held and the Chiefs ran out the clock after scoring the game-winning field goal 3 minutes left. This is SRN Sports. In NHL play yesterday was the Avalanche over the Rangers 5-4. It was the Senators defeating Utah 3-1. Jets over the Flames 5-2. The Wild beat the Blackhawks 4-2, and it was the Golden Knights over the Panthers 4-1. NBA just one game, the Thunder over the Trailblazers 118-108. 3 NCAA top 25 college basketball games. It was 17th ranked Illinois defeating Northwestern 83-74 in a rout. 18th ranked Wisconsin beat Nebraska 83-55, and number 24 Memphis routed UAB 100-77. In Australian Open tennis, defending champion Jannik Sinner reclaimed his title, defeating second-seeded Alexander Zverev in straight sets. That marks his career third Grand Slam tournament title. And in pro golf, the Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines was won by Harris English at 8 under par. This is SR.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. Clinton used a fast start and rolled in its Central Illinois Conference tournament opener in a 56-31 win over Warrensburg-Latham from Clinton High School Saturday. In high school girls basketball action, the top-seeded Lady Maroons jumped out to a 19-5 start after the first quarter and never looked back. Saturday's win came on the heels of a 49-14 win for Clinton over Warrensburg-Latham Thursday night at Clinton High School. Lila Kluver and Carly Anderson led the Lady Maroons with 17 points apiece. Reagan Filkin scored 12. The girls' Central Illinois Conference tournament is a round-robin format between 2 3-team pools. The tournament is at Clinton High School this year. The Lady Maroons return to action Tuesday night when they take on Central A&M. Game time is 7:30 p.m. Hear the action on WHOW and all its digital platforms. Kylan Boswell scored 17 points and had 6 rebounds to lead 17th-ranked Illinois over Northwestern 83-74 Sunday. Merez Johnson Jr. had 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 block shots. Ben Humrickhouse had 14 points, and Kaspersis Jakunis had 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Jake Davis added 11 points from the bench for the 14-6 Illini, who are now 6-4 in the Big Ten. Nick Martinelli and Jalen Leach each had 17 points for Northwestern, which trailed 43-21 at half. Ty Berry had 10 points. Illinois, the second rebounding team in the country, dominated the boards 50-27 without leading rebounder Tomislav Ivicic, who missed his second straight game because of illness. The Illini had 21 offensive rebounds. The Illini had lost 2 straight at home and did not play well in either game. They avoided a third consecutive home loss, which hasn't happened since 2017. With the win, but with that, they were outscored 53-40 in the second half and committed 13 turnovers in the game that led to 24 Northwestern points. Illinois went on a 15-point run early in the first half to break a 5-all tie and take a 20-5 lead. Northwestern did not score for more than 5 minutes. Northwestern has not won in Champaign since 2013, losing 9 straight. Illinois plays at Nebraska on Thursday. The Chicago Bears recently got their new head coach in Ben Johnson. Now they have 2 right-hand men for Johnson on Sunday, hiring former New Orleans Saints coach Dennis Allen as the team's new defensive coordinator, as NFL media reported, and 28-year-old Declan Doyle as the new offensive coordinator. Allen, who was dismissed as the Saints coach in November, is still regarded as one of the NFL's top defensive minds. The 52-year-old spent nearly 3 seasons atop New Orleans staff, going 18-25 as Sean Payton's successor, but served as the Saints defensive coordinator for the 7 years prior. He also worked as the Denver Broncos defensive coordinator in 2011 prior to a 3-year stretch as the Las Vegas Raiders head coach. Doyle, meanwhile, comes to Chicago as the youngest coordinator in the NFL. He's coming off 2 seasons as Peyton's tight ends coach with the Broncos and previously worked alongside Allen as an offensive assistant for the Saints from 2019 to 2022. Prior to his first NFL job in New Orleans, Doyle spent 3 seasons as an offensive student assistant for the University of Iowa. Johnson confirmed at his introductory news conference with the Bears that he will serve as the team's offensive play caller, continuing a role he held as the Detroit Lions offensive coordinator. Get sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Chip Flory here, the host of AgriTalk, the nation's longest-running agriculture talk show. I'm here to remind our listeners on Central Illinois' agriculture station, WHOW, that you can hear our show weekday mornings from 10 to 11 on WHOW's many platforms. On the Big 1520 across Central Illinois, 92.3 FM in DeWitt County, and now on 106.5 FM in Logan County, and on the WHOW app. AgriTalk on WHOW.
This is Connie from Love It Once More Thrift Store in Clinton, and we're ringing in the new year with weekly sales. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and DeWitt Daily News for the latest updates on the sales for the week. And don't forget, bring us your donations, so come find your treasure.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
Veltima fungicide outyields the competition by an average of 7 bushels per acre. But you've never been average. The only competition that really matters is you versus you. And with the performance of Veltima fungicide from BASF, you can take your best results even further. Beat your own record. Get every bushel you deserve. And make this your best season yet with Veltima fungicide from BASF. Always read and follow label directions.
Are you wanting to learn more about your health and wellness options in Central Illinois? Visit stealthwellness.com or click on my banner ad at DeWittDailyNews.com. Let me, Dr. Bill Byers, show you some simple, under-the-radar ways to improve and take control of your health.
Hi, I'm Brett with Central Cremation Center, and we proudly serve all of Central Illinois. We offer the most affordable and convenient arrangements in the area with plans starting at just $795